The last Toyota RAV4 was the best-selling car in the country, but I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. We really didn't like the last RAV4. It sat near the bottom of our compact crossover rankings. But for 2026, Toyota gets to start all over again. So what are they gonna do with a brand new RAV4? Let's take a look and find out. Toyota is shaking up the lineup for 2026. There are going to be 3 core pillars across the RAV4 range. This is the limited model, it's the top spec version, and it's gonna be the one that you're going to see the most of. So what's different? Well, you'll notice this blanked out grille. That's because all RAV4s are hybrid for 2026. You'll also notice these new headlights and the new fog cluster. I like this a lot. I like these 2 strips, this daytime running light here. Overall, it's okay. It's certainly more interesting to look at than the last RAV4, but I don't think it's that revolutionary. But maybe it'll grow on me. You're gonna get a bunch of new wheel designs. These are 20s for the limited model. And you'll notice the body profile of the side hasn't changed very much. You still get some black plastic down here, some black chrome trim, these black roof rails, blacked out mirror. And it contrasts nicely with this blue paint, and I like the simple surfacing. Also, the distance between the front and the rear wheels is exactly the same as the old car. So interior dimensions are gonna feel really familiar, but we'll get to that in a second. Around the back, things get a little more interesting. You have this sort of dash pattern to the taillights, but the rest of the shape is very familiar. The tailgate's a little bit flatter, and on the whole, it's a simple design, but I still think an improvement over the last car. All RAV4s are going to be hybridized in some way for 2026. There's a plug-in hybrid model and this, a series hybrid. You're going to be pretty familiar with that. It's actually the system that's out of the current Camry. But compared to the last RAV4, this system gets a few upgrades. Front-wheel drive models now have 226 horsepower, and all-wheel drive models now have 236. Those figures are both up. Toyota hasn't given us MPG estimates yet, but we're hoping it's at least as good or slightly better than the previous car. You've already seen the limited. This is the new Woodland model. It's got a little extra ground clearance, some off-road specific tires, and some more rugged plasticky bits around. It's for people who like camping and light off-roading. This is my very first impression of the interior of this car, and I gotta say, it looks like a marked improvement over the last RAV4. I like that there's this shelf here. I like that there are interesting textures. It feels like the plastics are a slightly higher quality. The last RAV4 was kind of a penalty box in that it felt cramped, the screen felt tacked on, and it was just kind of cheap. This remedies that right away. There are a lot of changes to the interior of the RAV4, but the big one you're probably gonna notice right away is the brand new screen. And I got 2 major first impressions. The first one is that it's bigger, and the second, it's crispier and clearer. It's way easier to read and use. Check this out. Look at how smooth and fast the scrolling is. I really dig that. It's a huge improvement over the last car. Another thing I wanted to point out is that there are way fewer physical climate controls than there were before. You'll notice the knobs that were down here are gone. Those have been migrated up here to this really small row. So it's control up and down for the passenger and driver, and then the defrosters front and rear. The rest of the climate controls, like the fan speed, the heated seats, whatever, they've all migrated to inside of this menu. This is your view. You'll do the fan speed, the air conditioning, the heated seats, the heated steering, basically everything else through this screen. When you're behind the wheel of your brand new RAV4, this is going to be your view out, and it's really hard to miss the huge instrument cluster here. It's all new, it's digital, and it's not like things we've seen from Toyota before. It's not like what's in the Grand Highlander or in the Camry. It's got a completely different vibe to it. There's tons of usable information you can scroll through, like your MPG, the tachometer, the speed, everything, all the driver warning displays, they're all here. And it's actually really crispy, really easy to read, really easy to see. I really dig that. It's a major upgrade from the one we had before. When they said the RAV4 was all new, they weren't kidding. Even the steering wheel is different to anything we've seen in any other Toyota product before. It's got the same 3-spoke design, but it seems to be a little bit wider, chunkier in the middle here, and I really dig it. I also like the buttons. They're easy to read. They're easy to click and press and use. It's just a nicer place, and it sort of elevates the feel, and you're gonna notice this the most while you're driving. The RAV4 is insanely popular, so it's probably going to be your primary everyday vehicle. So let's talk storage and cubbies. There are a lot of them here. There's this shelf here for the passenger. They can put their phone or wallet or keys or whatever. Get a wireless phone charger here, get another spot for another phone, another tray, and 2 cup holders. Let's test them out. This is a normal water bottle. It's fine, but my reusable one won't fit in the cup holder. In fact, it won't fit in the door bin either. So if you got your own water bottle that you like to refill, no dice, but a regular one, you should be just fine. Okay, backseat time. And it feels exactly the same as the last RAV4. There's enough knee room and enough foot room here underneath the seat, and I got enough headroom. I'm 6 feet tall. Most people are gonna have no problem fitting back here, but it doesn't feel as spacious or as cavernous as the Honda CR-V. In terms of amenities and features, there's not that much going on back here. You get 2 USB-C ports, you get your rear air vents, and yeah, that's about it. You'll notice a different background to the last interior shot. We're in a different car, but there's something I wanted to show you that wasn't working on that model, and that's this, the center console lid. It is not just a lid. It opens this way, and it opens this way. But if you press both of those latches at the same time, and you flip it around, you get yourself a little table. This will be cool for eating lunch on or something like that. And when you're done with it, you just press the 2 latches again, pop it off, flip it around. How cool is that? Toyota hasn't given us cargo space specs for the new RAV4 just yet, but we don't expect it to change very much from the previous model. But I will say this opening looks a little bit more square, and I like this low load floor, so that way putting things in the back is gonna be nice and easy. However, the most interesting one to me for 2026 is this guy. It's the new GR Sport. It's plug-in hybrid only, and yeah, it definitely makes a statement. Big mouth on the GR Sport model here. It obviously gets GR specific styling cues, which I think speak for themselves. It's very reminiscent of the new GR Corolla, and well, if you want a RAV4 with a little bit of energy, a little bit of sauce, this is your best option. You also get some pretty handsome looking rims with Dunlop Sportmax tires. That's probably the stickiest thing they've ever put on a RAV4. Don't quote me on that. And you get some big brakes with calipers that have GR written on them. That's pretty neat. The body side is as flat as it is on the other cars, but you'll notice the black contrasting roof and this gloss black piece of plastic here. It has the effect of sort of shrinking the car down, so it looks a little bit lower and a little bit sleeker than it would otherwise. Around the back, you get this secondary wing element thing here. I don't think that's been in a wind tunnel. I don't think it adds any downforce, but it looks different. It's new. You also get a GR Sport badge, blacked out rear bumper, and you get the same sort of like line pattern taillights. Overall, pretty cohesive, very aggressive, especially for a RAV4. The GR Sport is plug-in hybrid only, but you can get the plug-in hybrid system across other models too. Toyota says that you'll get up to 50 miles of range on a single charge, which is a lot more than other cars of this type. But there's also a gas engine that backs it up, so when you run out of juice, you can still drive along as you need to. If you have a place to charge up, like an apartment or a house, this is going to be worth a look. It's going to save you a lot of time at the gas station, and it's going to make the fuel bill a little bit lower. Simply put, electricity is cheaper than gas right now, and running this thing on EV power is a good idea. So what do we think? Honestly, this feels about right. It's got styling that's influenced by the Prius and the Camry. It continues Toyota's push for hybridization. On paper, the plug-in hybrid looks really impressive, and I like that Toyota's given us 3 models to choose from. There's a sporty one, a rugged one, and a sort of understated premium one right here. I have some reservations, mostly about the HVAC controls being in the touchscreen, and we don't know how much this thing is going to cost yet, but on first blush, it looks promising. And don't worry, the second we get our hands on one, we're gonna compare it to its rivals like the CR-V and the Sportage to tell you which one's best. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.